The Odyssey, Gilgamesh, and Beowulf, these are epics of their time, myths that embody the spirit of their people, wherein that hero will overcome the evils that are plaguing nations, the world, or even the entire universe. We still write these myths today. The Lord of the Rings by Tolkien, or Star Wars by Lucas, and at the turn of the millennia, there was another story that joined them. The protagonist of the story, Master Chief, is not just another soldier with a gun. Description text from the original manual reads, "You are the Master Chief, all that remains of a classified military project to build a series of genetically enhanced super soldiers. You are humanity's last hope against the Covenant, but you're woefully outmatched and survival is not guaranteed." In this story, Chief is the last of his kind, the final Spartan, the only hope for humanity in its future. In this, he is not just another soldier, he comprises the narrative role of the hero, more as an angel or savior type of figure. The entire introduction to Halo CE is steeped in mythology, from the subtle things like the ring being called Halo, or how the passcode to get Chief out of stasis was unseal the hushed casket, makes it sound like you're bringing back to life something that was ancient and long since dead. The ship, the Pillar of Autumn, is a Halcyon-class cruiser. Halcyons are kingfisher birds. In Greek myth, there's a period of time in winter called Halcyon Days, where the goddess Halcyon lays her eggs, and her father holds back the winds and the storms, a period of calm or hope in an otherwise tumultuous time. Named the ship itself, Pillar of Autumn. Pillars obviously hold stuff up. Ancient Greek calendars started in fall, so Pillar of Autumn could mean something like that which holds up the first hope. Cortana comes from French myth, the sword of Charlemagne's greatest paladin, much in the same way Cortana is the companion of our champion in the game. Much later on in the story, Chief is also referred to as Reclaimer, because the Forerunners were humans. The Halo structures were not constructed by some ancient alien race, but by your predecessors. Meaning the story of Halo is not just about humanity's survival, but how humanity is coming forth into the universe to reclaim what it had lost millennia and millennia in the past. Now, the difference today is that Spartans are just kind of big soldier guys. Big soldiers are cool. Soldiers are cool. They have cool technology. They fight bad guys. But that's not what a Spartan was. Originally a hero of myth. Now they have been reduced. They're only little more than human. And speaking of, the regular soldiers have also been reduced. Nowadays, with so many Spartans walking around the galaxy, every time you write a story, you have to ask yourself, instead of writing about a Marine, an ODST, a pilot, a tank commander, why is this person not a Spartan? Because they could be a Spartan. The games have actually had to contend with this. Buck was the leader of a team of ODSTs, and in order to keep him relevant in the modern narrative, instead of continuing to be an ODST, he's now a Spartan. Humans have been reduced to cheerleaders, and Spartans have been reduced to soldiers. There's also a lack of an epic threat. The original story took place in the thick of it. Not only was humanity being wiped out by the Covenant, you had to contend with the new threat of the Flood, wiping out all life in the universe. Then another threat, that being the Halo rings themselves, are weapons of mass destruction that will wipe out most life in the universe. Compared to today, most of the conflicts are revolving around very small groups. It feels like we're only ever getting a ship fighting another ship or a fleet fighting another fleet. Humanity is not in the position of fighting a foe that is set to destroy it. Humanity is completely dominant in the universe and is only fighting the remnants of old enemies that stand in its way. Nowadays, playing as a banished character would feel a lot closer to the old setting. So how does Halo get back to having that same narrative weight that has stuck with players for decades? You need a hero, so you gotta get rid of the Spartans. There's one of two ways to go. One is back to the Human Covenant War, go back in time, tell stories about the soldiers who fought, who tried to hold back the tide of the Covenant but couldn't. The second thing to do is to go forward in time and create a new existential threat. Off the top of my head, you could have a biomechanical species of cyborgs that absorb other life into itself. During the opening salvo, the attack on humanity, they took over all the AI, killing most of the Spartans, destroying much of humanity's fleet, and putting them on the back foot. And then into this storm comes a new Spartan, a new hero, who is going to overcome the darkness and save humanity. Anyway, that should about do it. Before I let you go, I just want to say I'll see you later now.